Hi everyone, my name is Heuer and I'm the founder of Social Media Club. It really started because of a couple of things happening. Number one, we saw the rise of Web 2.0 and that things were changing. Having started an interactive agency back in the mid-90s, I went through the original .com era and the rise and fall. And in the very early days, we didn't really have people we could learn from. We had to join this mailing list from New York, and there wasn't anyone locally who I could actually go to for advice or help, and we just had to learn it all ourselves. So now that we're all connected so well across all these social networks, I thought it would be a good chance to actually make sure that people were getting together in the real world as well as online. And really it started off with this very simple concept. If you get it, share it. If you understand what's different, if you understand what's happening, help other people understand it as well. Back in the mid-90s when I started the interactive agency, I used to go around to all the ad guys and PR people and tell them, you don't get it. And what that did was it created conflict because I was invalidating who they were. I was invalidating their intelligence. I was invalidating everything they did. So a very important lesson, particularly for freelancers and independents, is to not be too much about kissing ass and saying everything's great and you're a wonderful person, and not being too much confrontational, but finding language and finding ways to be respectful of who people are, and still finding ways to show them how things are different, showing them that you can help them. And a friend of mine who I met who worked with Avanade, I think she still does, had the greatest way of explaining this. The old world used to be like this, and the new world is this. When you come with the open hand, things are very different, and there's a whole different feeling that goes with that as well. So Social Media Club is a place where people can get together to learn about social media. It's a place where you can go and build a reputation. It's where you can learn from others. But we really stand for a couple of very important things. The first one is media literacy. We're trying to teach more people how to consume and produce, much like you are right now with this video camera, media. Trying to teach them the difference between advertising and content. And at the same time, we're also working on industry standards, trying to promote them more widely, like OpenID and Creative Commons. And although it's not a standard, the Internet Archive is a very important element of what's going on out there. And then we're also getting out, sharing best practices with one another. We're getting out and actually just really learning what's going on and having conversations about ethics, which was really missing. In the very early days of the web, it used to be about netizens, net citizens. And that quickly faded because it was the .com era and everyone could make a pot of gold, and it became about the money instead about the network. And now we've seen that return to the network, and I really wanted to make sure that we were keeping it on that focus as opposed to watching it slip away to spammers and all those other unethical activities that were going on. So now we're in about 80 cities around the world, something like that. I don't pay attention to the numbers. That's actually a question I'm asked a lot, how big are you and this other stuff. I'm not focused on building something big, I'm focused on building something good. By focusing on building something good, you will get big if you're doing the right things and you're talking to the right people. And certainly social media is one of the best avenues to do that, particularly as an independent. So I hope to see you maybe at socialmediaclub.org sometime soon. And maybe you can even start a chapter yourself and get people organized and be the leader of a small group of people who are engaging with social media and become known for doing that in your local community.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.